What's good, family? You already know what it is. We over here holding it down. I just thought I'd do something light today, give y'all a little reaction. We're gonna be reacting to when an NYPD officer challenged Roy Jones Jr. Uh, Slight boxing video. We're gonna jump right into it.
Hi, my name is Rick Frazier, New York City police officer of the 26th Precinct, New York City. And I'm here to fight Roy Jones Jr. for the championship of the world.
Back in the winter of
The championship? He just said the championship. Off bat.
1999, the pound-for-pound baddest man in the world, Roy Jones Jr., was struggling to find an opponent, particularly at the 175-pound limit, that could make a fight against him even remotely competitive.
Hey, I ain't watched much of Roy Jones Jr., but I know he had them hands. He definitely had them hands.
Some of Roy's fights look like sparring sessions. It's almost as though he's practicing his art.
This isn't competition anymore. This is a bloodline.
I really feel that he came into boxing at a bad era. I mean, I just think it's really, he makes these guys, these are great fighters, but he makes them look like they're nothing.
HBO was getting sick of
That boy
broadcasting
fast.
and non-competitive fights as their main event.
Oh
Despite
my
the fact
God,
that
he just knocked him out with ease. Hold on.
getting sick of broadcasting Jones in non-competitive fights as their main event, despite the fact
Touch
Roy's
that
last
chin.
5 victories were all over thoroughbred former world champs.
I can entertain with anything. I take what comes my way pound for pound.
Well, Roy's next opponent wasn't going to make things much better, but it was something entirely out of the network's and Roy's own hands, as the WBA decided to rank the run-of-the-mill contender Richard Frazier as their #1 challenger for Roy's belt.
I don't have anybody that the public demands to see me fight or that you guys really want to pay me enough to take a chance and go out there and fight. So
Jones had to either fight Frazier in another fight he knew would rub HBO the wrong way, or vacate his title to let 2 other guys that he could have most likely beat on the same night scrap it out.
Oh my God.
Vacating was never an option, but perhaps the 40-year-old acted.
Hey, that's disrespectful. He hit you in your jaw and just get to looking at the crowd like, what? What? Nah, that's disrespectful.
NYPD officer had learned enough from catching bad guys on the street that he could go on to tackle the baddest man in all of combat sports. Possibly a special trick up his sleeve, and I don't mean a pair of handcuffs, although that might be his only realistic option for making this a worthwhile spectacle.
I come to work, I get pictures of Roy Jones pasted on my locker. It says, "Kick your ass, Rick." Then it says, "You want a piece of me?" Not one of my partners that I work with. He told me, "Yo, Rick, put my name on the bottom of your shoe."
So when Roy knocked him out, everybody can say hello, Chris Green.
We have good medical benefits in the police department, good dental program in the PBA, so if he gets hurt, they'll patch him up.
On a serious note,
Hey, it ain't no hope for him at the precinct. Ain't nobody rooting for him, boy. And that's their homeboy, too. That's their mans, too, bro. Ain't nobody rooting for him.
Frazier's professional boxing journey was commendable, given the fact he compiled an outstanding amateur record of 124-5, all while being an active duty officer. He was never able to fully commit to training outside of his day job, so it took years of contemplation before he finally figured out a routine that could cater toward him turning professional.
It was something we felt we owed him. While we didn't break any rules, we certainly cleared the path for him to go and pursue something he's been trying to attain for many, many years.
As a pro, Frazier held 2 victories over the highly touted Anthony Hembrick and was on a solid run of W's building up to the Jones clash. However, it has to be
He
said,
not fit
the
enough.
governing bodies
His body not. He not fit enough, bro.
of W's building up to the Jones clash. However, it has to be said, the governing bodies had no real business forcing.
Look at Roy Jones Jr. body, like his skeletal structure compared to the cops. What's dude named Rick? Compared to Rick, like he just not. He not as dense. You feel me?
This is a mandatory because even Rick himself never really aspired to reach this level in the sport, which was reflected by his resume built off local club fighters and whatnot.
And so when I turned pro, I didn't turn pro thinking of contention or anything like that. I just turned pro to get a fight.
Jones was far from happy about having to participate in such an event, Still, the promoters did what they could to make it a fun night for spectators, hosting a multitude of title fights on the undercard, alongside some wacky matchups between various other local policemen and firefighters.
People from the police department who I work for, the Pensacola Police Department, the best police department in the United States, I have to say.
Jones entered the bout unbeaten in 40 pro fights, while Ricky boasted a respectable record of 18 wins and 3 defeats. BLTV picks up the action from round 1.
Roy Jones, having had to train through the holidays, doesn't want to have a long fight.
Tonight starts out using the jab against Frazier, the southpaw.
No offense, all defense.
Yeah, he a snake in the grass. Yeah, Roy a snake in the grass, bro. He not keeping up with him, like pound for pound, footwork, athletically, he's not keeping up with him, bro. Stamina wise, he's not. You feel me? He's not there. Like the defense, like you can see just by his body structure that he's just not able to compete.
Jim Lampley has undoubtedly been waiting to say those iconic words since he was a young man. However, this time, it didn't quite hit as hard as when Howard Cosell did it back in 1973.
You may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Lampley's dull tone was justified, however, as the replay showed that Frazier appeared to hit the ground without taking anything solid from Jones.
It looked to me like he went in the water. Frazier is finding a way to make it look bigger.
And Jones switches to southpaw and nails Frazier with a right hook. And leads with the left out of the southpaw stance.
Well, again, Larry, many years ago, the most effective thing the referee could do is walk over to the corner and say, unless you start fighting, I'm going to
scrap with him.
And you're not going to get paid.
What
Frazier
you doing?
was in full survival mode, reluctant to throw anything, which compelled Jones to force the issue midway through.
All right, bro, you looking like a fish out of water. Okay.
Frazier seems to be patrolling the beat in a dangerous neighborhood.
Jones in the conventional stance, holding
He running, bro.
and looking for lead right hand opportunities. There's a landed right.
Because again, he doesn't give you anything to punch off.
Okay.
Left hook stunned Frazier. Little right hand cap knocked him down.
Look, he was eating those. He absorbed. Look, he absorbed all the contact.
Little right hand cap knocked him down.
Cause he was running, like for the majority of the fight, he was running. So he was just like, I might as well let him hit me. You feel me? Absorb the contact and then do a counter.
And that's the end. Armando Garcia decides that that's a good moment for stopping the fight.
Despite some pushback from Frazier, the referee, Armando Garcia, called a halt to the action as he wasn't happy with how Richard responded to the second knockdown of the night.
And if he really wanted to continue, he would have looked at me, gotten his hands up, and been ready to go.
I enjoyed tonight. I'm glad everybody got out okay. Nobody was hurt. I'm sorry that the fight got stopped early, but you know what was I to do? I'm not the guy who makes the fights. I have to go out and just do what I have to do. I don't want fights that are not going to be beneficial for me. I don't know if the fights are beneficial or if they're going to be great fights until I get in here and fight them. So I can't judge a guy just from what he's supposed to be or what he's not supposed to be.
Ultimately, it was an easy night's work for Jones.
Yeah, that was some chump change right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But hey, man, go ahead, do what you do to any other YouTube video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. That's gonna be the end of it. See y'all later. Saga continues. Keep holding it down. Peace.